This is Maddie's bracelet, and it says, "Keep on shining." Keep on shining is Maddie's motto. When you see her smile light up her face, it's pretty clear to see why this is her motto.
Things began back on March 9th when I came to Riley. March 12th, I think I was diagnosed with AML. When my parents told me, I just looked at my dad and I said, "Daddy, I guess we're gonna be twins." The things that bothered me were having IVs in my arm, a tube in my chest, getting chemo, my spinal headaches. My head hurt so bad.
Maddie is so bright and so positive. She chose to put a smile on her face. She chose not to feel sorry for herself.
I told myself that whatever was gonna be thrown down my way, I was just gonna fight it. I was gonna be positive about it.
Maddie put her game face on pretty quickly. It was difficult to watch her reaction when the doctor said, "Hey, you're here to get tested to see if you might have cancer." She had just lost her grandmother 3 months earlier to cancer. And my worry was that she was going to associate that same thing with herself.
My grandma, or Lola is what I call her, she never complained about anything. I thought to myself, if I ever get cancer, I'm gonna fight it for her.
Acute myeloid leukemia is a fairly aggressive, serious condition in children and adults. Maddie was enrolled on a clinical trial and very quickly started therapy to try to induce remission. At Riley, most of the children with leukemia, when a trial is available, are offered that option, and most families agree to that because, like Maddie, they understand that if we don't study leukemia, we'll never make progress in curing it.
Today is July 16th, and I've been home for almost 2 weeks. It's amazing to be home. You know, you feel normal again. You don't feel like a cancer patient. Being outside and hanging with my whole family in one room at the same time is nice. Playing with my dog, that's all been the best part.
This is Maddie's last opportunity to be outside. Once she starts transplant, she's pretty much in isolation for 6-9 months.
We've learned over the years that certain patients will benefit from a transplant. It's pretty clear that if you have a matched sibling and you have a stem cell transplant, that probably offers the best chance to be cured. And in Maddie's case, she was fortunate that her sister matched her.
We have One Direction infection. My sister is my best friend. We have so much fun together, and I knew I was gonna be a match. Like, it was just something inside me that I wasn't worried about it.
And for me, transplant is where the rubber meets the road. If this is going to work, that's it. I don't know how I'm going to feel when I sit in that room and, you know, watch Melanie's bone marrow. I don't know.
It was an emotional day when Maddie got her stem cell transplant. I was actually in the operating room when we did the bone marrow harvest for Melanie, and then upstairs later on that day when we gave Melanie's cells to Maddie. And I can attest to the fact that certainly both the girls and their entire family were very emotional. And
The night of Melanie's bone marrow harvest, as soon as she woke up from anesthesia, she just wanted to be up in Maddie's room with her.
having a comprehensive team, especially for our very complicated stem cell transplant patients, is very critical.
We all bring a different perspective into how we're caring for Maddie. Nothing gets overlooked.
We don't just focus on the patient. The whole family is our main focus. The whole family gets cancer, not just the patient. Working on stem cell is very hard. However, you meet patients and take care of patients like Maddie, and then you couldn't imagine working any place but here at Riley.
It's October 11th, and I'm home after a 7-month battle with leukemia. And being done with everything is something I looked forward to the day I was diagnosed.
All along this whole treatment process was, one step at a time, and every step was leading to getting Maddie home. So through the rounds of chemo, through the transplant, through all the ups and downs, bringing her home was like a weight's been lifted off our shoulders.
It's just really nice being like a normal family again and knowing that it's going to stay that way. We were able to have dinners together and paint together, which me and Maddie have been doing.
Maddie's experience as a patient with AML is typical in the sense that her family and she deal with it on their own personal level. I always have the honor, the privilege of seeing how every child with AML can help us understand this disease and figure out better and better ways to treat it and cure it.
Riley was amazing. I mean, just being there made the whole experience like 10 times better than it should be.
It's a wonderful orchestration of all those pieces of the puzzle. I don't know how they do it. You know, they know the emotions you have when you get there. You're going to be scared, unsure, a little nervous. They cover that. And then as you go on to those next steps, they know that your mind is changing, that you're understanding things differently, so they explain them differently.
You know, it's more than just a job. And they care about you. And it brings tears to my eyes because it's like we just created a whole nother family.
I've been waiting so long to be cancer-free, and now that it's here, it's so amazing. I remember thinking that if I ever got cancer, I would fight it just like Lola. So I'd like to say, Lola, I fought this battle for you. And guess what? We won. P.S. Keep on shining.
You know I'll be